Oh, I never get used to that American voice. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you again, 4:30. Well, of course, there were going to be other things. And then last night, Andrew Lindsay sent out a rather lovely couple of minute video, and they brought it forward early, the new presentation. And I felt it most important to actually, I would say, let's have a look at all about it and everything, because it's one thing seeing it, it's another thing actually, well, how do you do this? Because they've taken away 50% of the slides. And I know there'll be some people, the Greens, that will be going to absolute panic. How can you possibly present without detail? Well, actually, most people don't need that much detail. Most people need a kind of overview of what it's all about. And actually, I think I'm going to give you this. We all loved Joanna Lumley and her video, the two videos. And now we've got the wonderful Ben Fogle. And it's gone from 2 minutes and it's gone right down to a minute. And everything's going down. But are we actually sending out any lesser a message? I don't think so. I think the message is all still there. And I think possibly simplicity is what people want in their lives. And that's ultimately why they come to Utility Warehouse, because they also have this wonderful helping hand of support, which is us, which is so different from every other company out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the new presentation and my slant on it, the way that I would present it. And I want you to make note. I will basically, again, almost read what's on the slides. Why? Well, it's duplicatable. It means anybody can do it. But also, I think when somebody is listening and watching, if you detract too much apart from what they're seeing, it can confuse people. But I think the things I want you to perhaps make a note of are what I call the adjoining words that bring it all together from slide to slide, and maybe the odd little thing that I might put in that may be of help. So without further ado, I'm going to press share screen. And as they would say, one I prepared earlier is here. And here it is. So first of all, let's take a look at the screen. Not really that much different. What's really nice is they're showing a partner and they're showing a customer. And it says here, UW Utility Warehouse. Hello, we're UW, helping you save time and money, as well as earn an extra income. Now, my slant on this always immediately is to ask the person. And I'm going to ask if Val would very kindly unmute. And Val, I'd like you to be my guinea pig. Okay, thank you very much. So Val, can I ask you, prior to your friend Phil introducing you to Utility Warehouse, had you actually really ever heard of them before?
No.
No.
Not at all.
And can I say, Val, that is probably about 90% of the population or more. And that's because they don't do any advertising. They don't do newspapers, magazines, TV, radio, outbound calling, none of the usual forms of marketing that other companies do. Now, the most obvious reason for that is that all costs hundreds of millions of pounds a year. And we all know customers are the people that bear the brunt of it. And that would then increase the prices. So that's the first obvious reason that they don't advertise. But there's a second, more important one. And that is the fact that when most of us are looking to buy something or take somebody's service on, we generally ask around to people that we trust, family, friends. Yeah. And an example I would give is we asked around and somebody came up when we wanted a carpenter, and his name is Martin. And why did we ask the opinion of others? Well, first of all, the gentleman was coming into our home, and I'll be honest, I didn't want to be ripped off. I didn't fancy having my home bashed around, and I wanted good value. He actually fulfilled every aspect of that. He was a fantastic recommendation to us. And I would say to you that recommendation is the way that Utility Warehouse have always marketed. And it's a fabulous way because we do turn to family and friends. So guys, first of all, notice that I might have put some meat on the bones there, but an important one, and also to straight away engage with your prospect. Because if you don't engage, what happens is they will switch off. Now, the good news is the slides have become less, so it's less for them to have to engage with, which is a good thing. So let's show you a bit more, Val. Well, Ben Fogle, I believe, has climbed Everest. He's a bit of an adventurer, and he's going to show you what you don't know up till now and how UW is different. So look, guys, I don't need to play this, do I? Because we all know it. So Val, from what you saw, what did you like best about what Ben said?
I think I like that it's all in one package, that I don't have to worry about it. It comes out the bank at the end of the month.
Yeah, very nice. It is. It's lovely and simple. That's a great reason. And with UW, you are safe. You are in safe hands. They are a British success story. And although you've never heard of them, they've been going since 1996. They're the UK's only genuine multi-service provider that spans not just energy, telephony, broadband, mobile, but also many insurance products. They have over 70 awards and counting in the last decade alone, helping over 700,000 homes save time and money, and thousands joining every month. And as we've shown you here, just a snippet, Uswitch Energy Awards 2022. Wow. So although they've been getting these for 15 odd years and 10 years for things like phone and broadband, things like best customer service, most likely to recommend, best awards. And as you can see, they also got the Wi-Fi router, what they call Wi-Fi hub of the year. These are fantastic endorsements, Val. Absolutely brilliant. Can I ask you, do you know what which is?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
They're a bit like the UK's consumer Bible, aren't they?
Yeah.
People go to them when they want to know where to purchase something, or they fancy getting some reviews on items that they're thinking of buying. Yeah, fantastic. Now, very, very good. The only gripe I have with which is you've now got to subscribe and pay about £11 a month to find out what you want to know. But what I've done here is I've got something together which anybody can do for themselves. You could go onto Google, put in Trustpilot, and then put the name of the provider, and it will come up. So Val, let me just show you what BT have said about not just customer service, but also about broadband.
Okay.
And here we are. Interesting. And now what they call CORMAC. Yeah, Pullman's BT. Very interesting. Virgin. Well, that's fascinating. Talk. Ah, that fares a bit better, doesn't it? Yeah. Vodafone.
Yeah.
EE. O2.
Gosh.
And here's Sky that spend fortunes on marketing. Look at that. And now let's take a look at the Utility Warehouse. Well, isn't that fascinating? A complete contrast. I'll tell you why I think this is good, Val, because although all my family and friends use this, people like my accountant, solicitor, hairdresser, people I trust, what I like about this is that independently, nearly 22,000 people bothered to write a review. And
Mm.
65% of them said it was excellent. So what it tells me is that they were delighted that they bothered to write something positive, because let's be honest, aren't the British a negative lot?
Unfortunately.
Right, well, let's go back and now let's continue. So peace of mind promise, £200 to help you switch. Wonderful. Everybody these days is in a contract. This enables people to, here's the key point, leave higher prices sooner and come over to Utility Warehouse. All right, that enables them to say goodbye to those contracts. And for example, the most expensive buyout from Sky, even if they'd only just signed up, would be 165, well within this. Even something like if somebody needed to get their handset unlocked and they went to an independent mobile phone shop, they would be able to keep the receipt and it can go up to Utility Warehouse. And what Utility Warehouse will do, they won't give you £200. What they'll do is they will ask you for that final bills with the contract fees, you submit them, and they will credit your UW invoice up to the value of £200. Brilliant. Right. And here's the bit that matters to everybody at the moment. So energy prices up to 5% below the government's price cap. That's astonishing. Utility Warehouse is the UK's cheapest energy provider, and that's across variable or even our 1-year fixed tariff. Fantastic, which gives you altogether peace of mind, combined with, if you were to change your mind, doubtful, in the first 30 days, there is no extra cost. So let's now talk about boosting your savings. Well, Utility Warehouse has something quite unique, and it's called a cashback card. I absolutely love mine. We earn up to 7% cashback with our high street favourites in-store and online, plus get 1% cashback everywhere else. So those are some major retailers. There are many, many more, and it is absolutely fabulous. And what I'd like to do now, Val, is I'd like to share my own bill, okay? Because in a moment, there will be a template, but I think it'd be great to show you how all this works. And I shall do that for you in a moment. First of all, let's just have a quick look at recommending this on. So when you become a happy customer, as many are, you can earn up to £50 off your electricity bill each time someone you recommend takes all of their home services from us. There's no limit to the number of people you can refer, so there's no limit to how much you can save. My dad is 83. He actually doesn't want to do this, but he so loves seeing £50 a time come off their bill by recommending it on to others. All right, so an absolutely wonderful thing. So here's that bill that I'm on about. Now, this is a template. It says all your home services in one bill, one website, one password. Fabulous. But let's put some meat on the bones and let's show you what this can really look like. So, hang on, I bet I've gone and lost it. No, here it is. Here we are. So let's bring it into the share. Can everybody see a bill? So Val, I hope you don't have a photographic memory, because there's all my personal details here. But I think it will show you just why everybody raves about this bill. So it comes out at the end of the first week in the month. And we have 3 weeks where we know by the end of the month, the last working day, what's going to come out by direct debit. And this is a summary of the services. Now, I'm electric, no gas because we're off mains, live in the country. My other half's mobile, fibre, broadband and phone. This is buildings and contents insurance and boiler cover with home care. The whole lot for the month was £130. Now, I want you to notice there is £20 of credits. My bill is generally around about £150. But astonishingly, £86 came back from my everyday spending back in April. So let's show you. So look at this, £44 for energy, mobile, phone, broadband, buildings and contents insurance, and also boiler and home cover. How would you like your everyday spending Val to eliminate your bills?
Wonderful. I
Right.
like that.
Here's the bill. Okay. And as you can see, still in credit after the bill was paid. Okay. And then there is the other half's mobile. He's very happy with that. That is 5 gig of data, unlimited minutes, unlimited text, works very well. And then phone and broadband, there we are. We're called gold customers because we have at least 3 core services with Utility Warehouse. And that gives us an extra 10% permanently off. Boiler and home cover. 5 years ago, I said goodbye to British Gas, who I'd been with for donkey's years. I was paying them £31.42, but over the last 5 years, this price has never increased. It stayed the same. And I have more cover for less. Love it. Home insurance, again, more cover for less. Used to be with LV. Paying less and getting more cover. To me, these were simple switches. And then here's the bit I adore. Now, to explain to you, see these credits that amount to £20.32. This is cashback that was meant to be paid previously by retailers and they were late. Okay, so that's why it's plumped in to the overall amount. So let's just show you. So there's some big spends coming back, but here it is. Here's the detail. So Boots, okay, 5% back. Marcia's Market Kitchen. That's a local farm that we go to and we buy. It's a one-off, so 1%. Lidl's in Blandford. I do like the discount stores. I love that, 1%. Marks and Spencer, 4%. B&Q, and so forth. Now, all these little bits, 124, 12, 62, £3, 8p, it goes on and on. But of course, they all add up, Val. And I will show you why this was a big one, because we did purchase a brand new mattress. Now, we actually got 25% off that price. But how about getting £37.23 back for something you were going to do anyway?
Yeah.
And then I treated my youngest daughter, Gina, to one of these, what they call red letter days, where you get money back. It's called a sort of like a cream tea and pampering day. And she's going to make use of it in London when she goes to see Frozen. But I got £7.32 back, but she still gets value. Isn't that fabulous? Because that's 8% back, 8%. Now, all those little bits, they add up. And look at that. No other company, Val, can actually do this for me at all. No other company. It wipes the competition cleanly out the window. All right. That's why Utility Warehouse is unique. So I'm going to go back to where we were. Just coming out of this, folk. I'm going to say to you, there were some phrases in there that make the difference. Number one, it's called, I know in total, this only takes 10 minutes, but I'm filling this in and explaining to you. Number one factor that we're told by many leaders is testimonial is everything. So when I explain my bill, I'm giving it reality, explaining things, what happens in life. People do have birthdays. You know, some of them will have you believe they never spend money on anything at all. In fact, I have people have said to me, oh, no, I don't go shopping. And I'm thinking, really? What, you don't eat? You don't get a car? But the reality is when you actually point things out to people, they start to see the reality of this and it puts the meat on the bones. So there we are. There's a template, but I've shown you the real thing. We're helping more customers go green. UW environmental initiatives make it easy for you to do your bit for the planet. So 100% renewably sourced electricity available. Get £50 when you take a free smart meter. By the way, Bulb charge £100 each. I don't know if you're aware that to have smart meters fitted to utility warehouse, do it for free, and you get £50 credited to your bill. And UW plant a tree for every new customer. Isn't that fabulous? So up in the Brecon Beacons, not in your back garden, Val. Up in the Brecon Beacons, there will be a tree in your name. How good is that?
Yeah, very nice.
Now, how can you earn more than an income by becoming a UW partner? Guys, you all know this. I'm not going to play it, all right? But I'm going to continue because they've changed it slightly. So Val, there's extra income and long-term security with utility warehouse. Now, I don't know, but what's most important to you? Is it choose when you work? Is it boost your income? Perhaps be your own boss? Beat the cost of living squeeze? Maybe holidays and rewards? Or plan for retirement? Out of those, what's most important to you, Val and Steve?
I think at the moment it's got to be beat the cost of living squeeze.
I think everyone feels that way. Yes, I do. Because we've been told by numerous people in the media, haven't we, that every single household is seeing almost a £400 snatch of their monthly income. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not seeing the wages incrementally rise, but they're seeing their cost of living squeezed. So let's show you how this could make a difference. So in addition to reducing your bills, number one, there's an upfront income. Introduce just 4 qualifying customers in a calendar month and earn £1,400 after your supporting period, including other bonuses available. So Val, 3 core services. So that could be perhaps mobile, energy and broadband. And there's £250 to you for doing a fantastic gesture of reducing someone's bills. Do that just once a week in a calendar month, and you'll notice that number 4 becomes worth £650 and makes that £1,400 a month. That is a huge amount of money. And even if you didn't want to put the hours in, and albeit that's only about 10 hours a month maximum, but if you wanted to do less and just bring 2 customers in to reduce their bills, look, there's that cost of living squeeze sorted for you.
Yeah, very good.
But additionally, there's financial security. Get paid every month an ongoing share of the bills from the customers introduced by you and your team. Now, what that means is when we support other people, and there will be partners that will join, people that are customers that join and say, I want to do this. And what happens, we don't just get a royalty income from our personal customers, which is around about 3 to 5%. We now get a royalty income, smaller, from our team's customers. So it can grow. So imagine, Val, say 100 customers. Personally for you, that could be a royalty income of about £400. But now with a team, imagine if there were 1,000 group customers at an average of about 30p to 50p. Now you're seeing more money. And what if that became 10,000 group customers or 20,000? Now you can really see something that really makes a significant difference. So Val, that is the presentation, but it says here, let's get you started. So I want to ask you what's best for you. Is it earn as a partner? Is it save as a customer, or both?
Well, I think it'd be silly not to do both, actually. We want to save money, but we also want to earn some extra money to pay the bills that you're trying to save from.
Wonderful. And, you know, Val, if you think off the top of your head, all the people in your life you come into contact with, wouldn't it be wonderful to do them that favour of helping them reduce their bills like yours?
Certainly would.
So what we'll do to start with, shall we give you a sort of an apples for apples comparison? And shall we look at how much we can save you as a customer first of all?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to hold it there and bring everybody back in. And I'd like you to unmute, because I took there, it looked like I took, what was it? 25 minutes. I didn't. The actual presentation was just 10. But I brought stuff in to bring it what I call reality. But the actual number of slides have become less, which is brilliant. So I want to say to you, when you're prospecting, you can genuinely say to someone now, look, all I need is around about 10 minutes of your time to show you something that could make a significant difference. Then, if you like what you see, and most people do, then if you've got a further 10, 15 minutes, I can even give you a comparison. And that now has become so much easier than before, because I think before it was quite weighted in terms of time, especially for the new people when they're ringing, because what we're saying to brand new people is, please don't tell people why you're calling them. Please just say, I've got a new venture, I've started, I'm really excited, and before I'm let loose on the public, I really would like to get some practice, and I'm after 6 special people that will do me the favor of having that practice of what I've got to learn to do. But it only needs about 10 minutes of your time, and I'd so value your opinion. Now, saying only 10 minutes, I think is a lot more amenable to folk. Yeah. Anybody want to ask anything? Anyone? No? Are you all dumbfounded?
Yeah. No,
Has anyone done a customer today?
can I ask a question?
No, we didn't, but the business department did it for us. Because it was business.
Yeah, I'm just at 5:15. I'm about to help somebody reduce their bills. I'm signing up someone supporting a new partner, so I'm doing one today. Anybody else? Anybody actually already presented? Kathy?
I presented it this afternoon to somebody who is thinking about becoming a partner.
Excellent.
So they were really interested, and it was so much easier. It flowed much better.
Yeah, it certainly does. Also, I'm going to share this with you. I'm pleased that they've taken away all those individual slides, for example, about mobile and broadband. It just wasn't necessary. And if you show your bill, do you know what? It's there anyway. But you've got to bear in mind that what the other slide used to say was prices starting from £21.60. We are all paying the traditional price as existing customers. And it used to be a little bit uncomfortable for me the last few months, because I used to think, oh, I wonder why they're thinking, why is my bill higher? Now it doesn't matter too much at all, because it's just part of the flow. Does anybody feel uncomfortable with this new, or think it's not going to fulfill somebody's needs?
No.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, go on, Tiber.
No, I think it's brilliant. I think it gives us a chance. I'm really newbie, but I felt a little bit sometimes uncomfortable to asking people for 20-25 minutes of their time. And as you just mentioned, Lisa, to start up with 10 minutes, and if you like a comparison, and I can provide that in another 10 minutes. So I think it gives us our feet into the door easier.
And there's another way to put it, Tibor, and that is, look, it's 10 minutes of your time to show your presentation. But of course, many people will have questions, and questions are great. And you can ask me all you want. Now, if you keep me longer, that's fine. And what you're doing is you're very nicely they're thinking to themselves, oh, well, it might be a bit longer, but that's because I'm going to keep them. So it's not taking their time and it's not being false. Yeah, that's the thing that I think is really very, very good about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was so excited when this came out. Today, I've been making lots of prospecting calls. I've been a little bit unlucky not getting anyone in, but I actually did, which is not usually me, I did send what I call a WhatsApp voice message. And I like those because they can hear my passion and intonations far better than a written text that could be ambiguous. And in fact, I've had a response. And that person has said, yes, I am interested. Can I call you tomorrow? So there you are. And I feel as though you've been given carte blanche, a fantastic excuse to ring more people because it's genuine. Oh, we've got a brand new presentation. Need to get some practice in. Would love to run it by you. Only 10 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Guys.
Lisa, sorry, you mentioned that's recorded and we could have access to this, your presentation. I just like to ask you where to have access, gain access.
Well, it goes out. Tibor, how did you get hold of this link to come on?
Actually, I'm in the group, in the WhatsApp group, in the Ask Anders WhatsApp group. Stuart put me in.
That's wonderful. So you will get it because the recordings follow. They usually come out tomorrow, and it's partly because of where I live. I'm at least 1.5 miles from the cabinet, and I get on average 11 megabits per second. I'm absolute proof, everybody, that you don't need 200 megabits to make this thing work. The only thing is the upload is slow because of we get less than 1 meg. So it takes a while for me to upload the recording from YouTube, but it will either be out later tonight or first thing tomorrow. So guys, I'm going to say bye. See you all next week because I've got to get myself prepped. I'm about to do a supported appointment. All right. Nice to see you all.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.